Well, John, enjoy that one?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it once the second goal went inside about a minute of feeling happy. I know the game wasn't completely dead, but once the second goal went in, it just calmed the nerves a bit because it was a bit of a nervy finish the last sort of 15-20 minutes. But absolutely delighted with the win.
How much relief did that give you then? Can you even put it into words?
No, not really. I really celebrate goals because there's always something coming around the corner. But it felt like that was obviously the final nail in the coffin for Oxford, and they had a really good go towards the back end of the game, and it was a nervous one with a couple of chances. Really good save from Nico, the one that Matt Phillips puts over the bar. So rode our luck at times, but I think the only thing I would say is that at 1-0 we looked like much the better side, and we probably should have put the game away 2 and 3-0 towards the back end of the game. Obviously it's always going to be a bit more difficult, particularly against a side who've got a very, very good home record.
Going back to the start of the game, one change for the 11, Hayden Matthews coming in. Obviously, Shock's injured, and you've said previously, you said just then about the severity of that one. But firstly, how well do you think Hayden slotted in there?
I thought he was superb. Facing a really good front line, particularly with Mark Harris, who's he's been excellent for a number of years, particularly since he signed for Oxford. And for Hayden to come over, this is his second start. The pressure's there, and the physicality's there in terms of what he's dealt with, and I thought he played very, very well. So big challenge for Hayden to keep that up, and that's the reason we put him in. That's the reason we threw him in against Millwall again today, because we know we can handle it.
Felt like half time came at the right time for you and the squad there.
I can't remember really, but I thought that the stoppage early on, and hopefully best wishes to the fan. We got good news that everything was okay coming off the pitch. I thought we started the game really well, first 12 minutes right on top, and then we didn't deal with the stoppage particularly well. So sort of for 20 minutes we absorbed a bit of pressure. Didn't really, Nicky didn't have a huge amount to do, but we weren't quite at it. And then we grew into the game, so I thought we were fine towards the back end of the first half. It's one of those things. Just dealing with that stoppage differently. I don't know what else we can do. It's a bit of a stop-start game in general, but none of it really matters in terms of the result. And the only important thing is we've got the result, and the fans okay.
The goal right after the break. What did you say to the boys in the dressing room?
We made a couple of adjustments in terms of the way that we pressed, and my message before the game was that we can look at the tactical side of the game, the way we set up, the shape, and everything like that. Obviously, there's an element to that, and its correlation to success. Otherwise, there'd be no point in having coaches. But also, it was much more important today. It felt before the game, and we said this before the game at half-time, that it was much more about some of those intangibles and some of the cliches that I chucked out, but it just felt like it today, winning the second balls, having a bit of desire, having a bit of hunger. The goal sums it up. The first goal sort of sums it up. It was just, we won the second balls. We were there in the right place at the right time, and we got on the end of it, and we had to defend at the other end and do the same thing but keep the ball out of the back of the net. It just felt like one of those games. So it was just more of that, and making sure that we didn't let ourselves down in any of those moments. Football can be one of those games where if something happens, something random happens, you concede goals, fine, but let's concede goals doing the right things, and let's score goals doing the right things as well.
That was his first goal for the club. He's been fantastic in recent weeks. How pleased are you for him to get that one?
Delighted, yeah. I think Andre's had some good spells in the side. Good spell at the start of the season. He came out. We hadn't won many games, and we were struggling a bit. When he came back in, I thought he was instrumental in us, getting back up the league, and probably disappointed to come back out of the side. I think when Isaac came in the side and Freddie played slightly more advanced, but Doz gets about his business quietly. He does everything very, very well. We know he's a very capable operator at this level, and take the goal away, I thought he was outstanding today. I thought it was his best performance in a Portsmouth shirt.
Lange's injury, I suppose you don't know much about it yet, but certainly didn't look a good one.
No, we don't know a huge amount about it yet. One of those reasons why we've had to sort of rotate the squad, and we didn't have any indications. Lange was great going into the game. You can see how energetic he was there. The prognosis. Sorry, not the prognosis. Well, what I thought at the time was, hamstring injury. He's gone in, he's got a shower, he's come back out, and he's walking okay, which is much better than Shock's was the other night. So we're hopeful on that. We've got a free week, and we've got a free week after that. So we'll just see how he is.
Something we've seen in the last two matches is how important your subs have been, and that's shown again today.
Yeah, we made 5 changes tonight. This afternoon, we made 5 changes to affect the game. I thought all the substitutes affected the game really well. I also just the feeling I got today was that the 4 that didn't come on, Tommy who's in the changing room, 2 or 3 who've left at home as well, could all make a difference in these sort of games, and that's a real positive step in the right direction for us. I've felt that since the back end of January we've got a few injuries back, which has made a massive difference, and some of the players we brought in as well really give us a bit more impetus off the bench.
And Terry and Mark linking up for that last goal, like we've said, a great moment, and must be really pleasing for Mark after coming back from an injury.
Yeah, he's been a long time out with that side strain that was a bit more complicated than we initially thought. And I think it was the Swansea game. So Mark's been at it. He's been hungry to get back at it. That's the reason we decided to have the 6 loans, because we thought they could all make an impact. And Mark's had to bide his time. Got back in the squad today. Got back on the pitch, and really pleased for Mark. Excellent finish. He's now got 3 goals in his Portsmouth career. As a first loan, the impact he's made already is good. He can be even better. So there's loads he can improve upon, and he can keep pushing, and that's a really positive sign.
What was your view of the goal at the end? It seemed like there was loads of chaos surrounding it, and all of a sudden the ball falls to Mark after a great header from Terry, and he slotted it away so coolly. Yeah,
that's what happens a lot of the time in these games. It can be very chaotic. The nature of football. The ball sort of drops down. You win the second ball. You compete again. Bit of space on the far side. Go bang, and it ends in a goal. That is sometimes the way it is with football. A lot of the time, sort of these games are won or lost a lot of the time on the transition, and I think certainly the big save that Nico makes, that's just, I think we have a throw-in down here, we don't deal with it particularly well, and all of a sudden it's not decent enough play from us, but it's not sort of brilliant play, they don't carve you apart, it's just the ball drops, we don't compete well enough, and it's a chance, and it was the same for the second goal.
Just over your right shoulder was an away end packed out with Pompey fans. Yet again, another sellout. Must be so pleasing for you to be able to reward those who have been travelling in their numbers, travelling miles, especially after January, and to be able to send them home with 3 points. You must be delighted.
Yeah, finally. Finally, that first away win since the QPR game. Absolutely delighted. I spoke about it, and I genuinely mean it. We speak about it on most interviews. The support we've had has been absolutely incredible. We've taken some beatings away from home, and there's never been anything other than a huge amount of support after the games. And I've spoken consistently about how I thought that might run out. It didn't run out at West Brom. Well deserved. I thought we well deserved what we got last week, which was a sort of standing ovation off the pitch, and a different game today. We got that back in. It makes a huge difference. I've said it ever since I've come to the football club. The backing we get away from home, selling out pretty much everywhere we go, makes a massive difference. Sometimes you feel like you're playing at home, and I'm delighted we've actually managed to reward the away fans with a win. And we've got plenty more to come. It's still a really important part of the season, and we've got to keep picking them up.
Results and performances wise, how much belief can you take from this last week? A great performance against Sheffield United, carved out the result on Tuesday at Fratton Park, and today just, I suppose, speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, we should take a huge amount of confidence from that, and maybe that's why we've picked up a couple of wins since Bramall Lane, because we performed so well. We didn't get what I thought we deserved, and then I thought we deserved to beat Cardiff. I thought we deserved to win today, but it wasn't vintage performance, and on another day the game goes another way. So I think the lads have definitely earned that, the fans have definitely earned that, and with some of the luck that we haven't had gone our way this season, hopefully we keep on top of that and take little bits here and there. But we sat here with 3 points. That's the most important thing.